Hi there and good evening. I'm coming on to do a challenge set by my sister Ruth at Artful Stamping. I'm just calling up my other device so I can keep up with comments. Okay, so she laid down a challenge on her. Oh dear, let's turn off the notifications. A challenge on her channel earlier to do with the colour wheel, and so the challenge was to use complementary colours. So if you've got a colour wheel, if you haven't, you can look one up on the internet. So complementary colours are colours that are sitting next to each other. Now on her video, she used these sets of colours, so lovely kind of sunset colours to create a card. And she said you can use any you like, so you can go from there, turn the wheel, see where it lands, and it's up to you what you choose. So welcome to those joining. Looks like my notifications are slower on my other screen, but we'll just go with it. Hi everybody. So I thought I was making a card with this stamp set here, Seaside Notions, and I had this scrap, and I'm really trying not to create too many scraps because scraps create more scraps and just sit there. So I'm trying to get through my scraps so I don't have any. If that all makes sense. So I looked at the colour wheel and started with my inspiration. So looking at the navy blue colour, let's turn this round. Okay, I sat it there. So thinking that that's our closest to navy, I grabbed out the colours on either side. So I've gone for Pacific Point and Bermuda Bay on this side, and then on this side I've actually gone for Blackberry Bliss, although I could possibly have gone for Razzleberry, I suppose it's a bit ready, isn't it? But I've got it on the table now and it's a scrap, so I'm going to use it. And then on for Gorgeous Grape, which is actually quite a violet. Well, I thought it was a violety colour. I mean, the colours are picking up a little bit different on screen, so just bear that in mind. I am going to try and make this fairly quick. I've had a bit of a funny tummy over the last few days, so I can't stay long anyway. But I was hoping to come on more with Ruth today, but it just hasn't happened, and that's just the way life works. So grabbing out the scraps nearest the colours that I could find, I'm going to use these to create a card. So welcome. Hi there, Melanie. You finally catch me live. And Beverly says, I love the seahorse. He is gorgeous. Now, I was struggling to think how I could incorporate this gorgeous grape colour. So I thought I'm just going to use it to colour in the maybe my hearts, or maybe the seahorse. Actually, I might use Bermuda Bay with the seahorse and then use that one for the hearts. That would work. So I had a quick play before I came on, so we're not here for ages and ages. Hi there, Angie. Great to have you back. I'm mixing your compliments. Great to have you better. I'm reading Deborah's comment that says, oh dear, feel better. And then I'm reading yours, Angie. Oh dear, not with it, not with it. Okay, so the idea of my layout, now I had 3 folding hearts here, and I think I've taken off one, didn't know what to do with these, and I thought actually you don't have to use hearts as hearts, they can be used as something else. So I'm going to use them as a scallop down the side of my piece of paper here, and then adding in this shimmery Bermuda Bay, and then possibly putting the seahorse there, and maybe incorporating a flower. And then I started bending this, putting these together, and I thought if I bent it, would it look like an octopus or like a jellyfish? So I might play with that and see if we can come up with a little sea creature. So I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape, and we're going to just colour in. I'm just going to use this as a surface. Some ink onto these images. Now, some of these are retired colours or retired stamps. I'm just using up my scraps as much as possible. Deborah says she loves the layers. Great, thank you. So just grab different size scraps. I think, some people get a bit intimidated to know what to do with them, but if you grab just various sizes and build them up, I think that's my top tip for you today. Just, with scraps, you've got to find different sizes, find colours that go together, and then you're away, really. I've got a bit addicted to making scrap cards because yeah, it just kind of gets a little bit addictive. Like I said, I'm trying to stop reading scraps. So let's see how that looks. Now I am going to incorporate some white behind here because it's such dark colours. I think I'm going to snip off some white. Oh, there you go, look at that, it's completely changed the look of that, hasn't it? I quite like that. Okay, let's give the seahorse some colour. We can't have him floating around in the sea without any colour. Deborah says she's going to get her hands on a colour wheel because it's so helpful. Now, I must admit, it's near my desk. It doesn't come out all the time, but it does help you to understand colour, and it's amazing, really. And somebody in my class was saying this week about, so I'm just going to brush off the purple from my brush, saying about, what am I talking about? The colour wheel and how the rainbow, she was talking to a child and saying about how a rainbow is structured, and a rainbow is obviously structured like the wheel. I mean, God's designed that in such an amazing way. So cool. Just thinking, I might incorporate some more colour onto the seahorse. I'm going to keep wiping, and if I keep wiping, it will pick up the Night of Navy colour to make my seahorse not necessarily oh, I've not used this colour. Use a bit of Pacific Point, maybe a little bit more an ombre seahorse. I was going to incorporate some purple, maybe. Make him some different shades. Okay. So if you want to join in with this challenge, if you go over to Facebook, if somebody could type in for me Artful Stampin' Space, it's my sister's page, which is all things inspired by her work, basically. So it's just a chance for people to who like her work and have been inspired by it to share it with others on there. It's a lovely community group, and if you join in with the challenge, that's where to post your pictures. Might incorporate a little bit of purple in here as well. Thank you, Deborah, Artful Stampin' Space. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. It's great to have company. This isn't going to be a long video. It's nearly our, what we call tea time here in the UK. So I'll be off having a bit of pizza in a minute, hopefully. And I use and sell and create with Stampin' Up products, and they are a independent Stampin' Up. Oh my goodness, I'm getting my words very muddled tonight. They're a Stampin' Up, a stamping company, not a Stampin' Up company. They are Stampin' Up. Oh, zero, S to S to S. There we go. So I'm not the world's, you don't have to be, I think some people get a bit scared of watercolour, but yeah, you don't have to be scared of watercolour. Is tea time your evening meal? Tea is different. We have all sorts of different names for things here. Tea is more like kind of a light, it's evening, but then it's like a light snacky type thing, and not actually like a cooked, well, I suppose we're having pizza tonight, I don't know. And then it depends what part of England you're the UK from, and you call dinner and lunch and tea different things as well. So yeah. Let's have a look how the seahorse looks. Oh, look at those purples and blues. That's come together even better, I think, now that we've added even more colour. Now, he looks a little bit stark white. Let's cut some white for behind here and see how what that leaves us with. Oh, I've got to incorporate the flowers as well. So I'm going to use my little mini trimmer, which is so handy, and not only is it adorable and cute, this is available if you want to sign up. So if you fancy spending £99 on Stampin' Up products, you get this free trimmer with a pack of paper and an extra stamp set of your choice. It's a bit of a no-brainer, really. If you edge the white in purple, says Deborah, which is a great suggestion. Let's have a look at what we've got. So I will, for this particular thing, Hi there, Sheila. I'm going to grab out my box of sponges. Now, I did sort out my sponges. My box of sponges is a bit elusive. It tends to be a bit higgledy-piggledy, but I did actually sort them out. So I'm quite proud that they are in some kind of colour order. I'm going to use the darker Blackberry Bliss. Pick up a little bit of ink on my sponge. A little bit more than that, Esther. We're going to use it to just brush the edges of our white cardstock, suggested by Deborah, who's watching live with me now. So if you're catching this on replay, a big hello to you. Thank you for watching and catching up. Sometimes if you've got the facility on your device to press live chat, it will show you all the comments that people are typing and talking to me about. You've got to put the H in your name. It does get left out quite a bit. Nice suggestion, Deborah. So that just by adding a bit of colour to the edge of your cardstock can make all the difference. So I don't want to go too heavy with the border on this because it's quite a thin border, and I don't want to completely cover all the white. Hello, Ruthie. So there's Ruth at Artful Stampin' with Ruth. You can check out her channel and check out the challenge that she's just set us. I might incorporate some more of this gorgeous grape, not a lot, but just a little bit. Let's see if I can find a suitable sponge. Yep, that'll do. I don't think I even have to. Thank you, Ruth. Ruth says, apparently you may need to be signed into YouTube to see live comments. You definitely do. To actually make comments, you have to just sign up. You don't have to do videos or anything, but you need to register, basically. There we go. Just incorporate a little bit more of that purple. Now I was tempted, because this is just a single piece of card, maybe to emboss the card. So let's have a look what we've got. Now the florals might be a little bit too much. Now, I don't have a lot of embossing folders, but what I do have is this. So I might just give this a run through my machine quickly. I'll change up the plates a second. Fine. Karen says, wow, I catch you live. She's saying hello to everybody. Okay, so after you run it through the machine, this is what you get. Lovely linen texture. Now, this might have been overlooked in the catalogue, but it's called the Subtles embossing folder, and it gives this gorgeous linen effect to look. Now, let's just lay our layers down and see what we've got. Again. And now, might put this on another piece of, sorry, just slightly off screen there, aren't you? Let's see what we've got for our backing card. Could pop it on blue. Don't like the contrast. We've got some white. Oh, let's have a quick go with Bermuda. I've been using up all my cards that I'm running out of the colours that I need. Hi there, Ali. Oh, look, I love that. Nice contrast. I think I might go for that, but I need to just quickly chop some up. Sorry, so much for a quick video, eh? Where's my Bermuda card gone? There you are. You were hiding, weren't you? Okay, we're going to go for Bermuda. Ah, See, Ali's on board with the challenge. So, Ruth, if you want to explain to everybody what the challenge is, while I chop up some card. And where to post the pictures. I know it's already in the comments, but so the inspiration, if you missed the beginning of this, was that seahorse was going to be turned into a scrap, which we don't want scraps because we're trying to eliminate having too many scraps. So, you know, it's amazing that inspiration can come from one little thing. Oh, Deborah lost connection. I like to eyeball things. I don't like to measure anything. That will do. Okay. Dee-dum. Let's have a look. Let's start sticking, shall we? I think this one's running out of glue, so let's use everything that's running out and scrappy. No, that is really gone. Okay, that might have to head its way to the nearest bin. I find another glue. So, yep, the project is to make a project. The challenge is to make a project using complementary colours on the colour wheel. Thank you. Do I have to enable my super chat button? I've just had the email from YouTube this week to confirm that I can now monetize on YouTube. It's rather exciting. I'm so excited. But I think I might actually have to set it up in order to be able to do that, I'm guessing. Now I'm just seeing which part of the pattern on here I want to cover up. It's not there. Okay, it's probably something I need to like set up properly and have a look at. I've not really had a chance to look at it properly, to be honest with you. So these hearts are now becoming scalloped edges. When you're monetized, it should give you the option to enable it. Okay, I'll have to go in and have a look, I think. Now I'm tempted, because of that scalloped edge, I'm going to rip this to create some edging. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, thank you, Karen. Hello from a soggy Parkerburg, West Virginia. I've not heard of Parkerburg before. Welcome, West Virginia in the house. Rhonda. Clever use of the bumps. My lovely hearty humps. It's beautiful glitter paper, isn't it? It's Bermuda Bay. Like I said, I am using scraps, so you will see some maybe retired things or things that aren't current. Now, look, that's a bit too big for that. Don't. Okay, change of plan, folks. I'm going to, because this border was too closely around that for my liking, I could either do a strip or I might just close in that border and make it smaller, which I think I'll do. Just line it up on my guillotine. Oh, that was close. Move the rest of your things out of the way, Esther. Slow down, don't hurry. I could leave space for a sentiment at the bottom, which we could use this little bit for here. Let's move you guys over. You're a little bit sort of on the side there, aren't you? Okay. Let's get some stamp on the card base. Yeah. I can hear them getting ready in the kitchen, so I can't be long. I think the great thing about scraps also generally is you don't need to do a lot of stamping. You can just kind of take a bag of scraps with you and kind of do stuff as you go along. Now I'm trying my hardest to remember to use my grid paper. I've got in a habit of like working off to the side, and then all my cards are slightly askew. Askew? Is that the right word? Now we did talk about incorporating flower maybe. Now let's see if we can do anything with this or not. I'll find my scissors. I was just wondering if I can make some sort of octopus or something. Or the impression of a little I think I'll just stick it under there. Oh, that's quite cute. Maybe I'll leave this flower for another project. Okay. Didn't work out as the octopus, so we're going with this instead. Oh, I must get some, I'm thinking some Wink of Stella would lovely on my seahorse, make him nice and shiny and sparkly. As we're going for sparkles. Okay. Watch him glitter, watch him sparkle. There he is. Presuming it's a he. Let's get this stuck down. We can make some more decisions in a minute. Okay. Oh, Esther, stop working wonky, work straight. Okay. So we've got the strip that can go along the bottom. We'll cut that down in a sec because we're going to decide whether we do want to do that. Let's see what we've got in here. Now, if I cut that down, would Happy Birthday fit? So I'm trying to also, the other thing I'm doing this year is actually doing enough cards to try and be organised for the year for birthday cards and such like. So I'm doing quite well so far. I'm quite proud of myself. Just get that matte to stamp on. Now, I saw this tip on YouTube earlier. Let me just concentrate a second to get this done. I need that to remind me to tell you what the tip was. I'm just going to cut this down a slither. So just use, I mean, although this is smaller than this, just use the guidelines. Look along, see if it's straight to help you. Now, is this going to fit on? Oh, it might be a little bit tight. Oh, no, we're good. We are good. And look, it happens to be the same size. So what I'm going to do is, can't find my stamp set, there you are. Oh, should we go for seaweed or a shell? Let's go for a little bit of seaweedage. Just going to pop a bit of something. I could leave it like that, actually. I was going to tell you about my tip, but I think what I'll do is stick this down and then tell you about my tip. April, don't worry. This was a bit of a on the cuff, spur of the moment type video. You know what they say about better being late than never. So today I've used some scraps for the Artful Stampin' Challenge, and we've created this seahorse card. We are coming to an end. Now, the tip I saw was to use the what do you call it? Basically the V shape, and you can cut some banners. Now, I sometimes do it with scissors, but being able to do it with a punch makes life so much easier, because you can line it up and then you've got the exact same on either side. There. So it's coming together. Oh, Ali says it's why she bought the punch. I'm a bit 10 steps behind. I wasn't keen on it for a while. I'm like, why did I actually buy that for? And because that's looking a little bit too white, I'm just going to quickly add some colour to my, it could be seaweed, it could be coral. It's up to you what you want it to be. Ali says she used the retired hexagonal punch. Yes, I knew you could do it with a hexagonal punch, but I didn't think about that one. So that might have to just stay on my desk now for whenever I want to do some nice fishtail, fishtail in keeping, fishtail edges. So add a bit of colour there. Good. Ali said it wasn't her idea. I saw a demo do it and my light bulb went on. Okay, let's get this stuck down and then we are there. Ruth said, oh, Ruth did it as well apparently. Okay, everyone's doing it. I'm just like a bit behind. You know, sometimes you probably do see stuff and then you forget about it until you see it again. Makes sense. There's a verse in the Bible that talks about nothing being new under the sun. There's many a time I thought I've invented something and apparently I haven't, because it already exists. Like the toilet seat warmers. I was like, oh, great idea would be to have like something to warm up your toilet seat in the winter, especially if you live in an old house like I used to. It'd be good to have something to warm up your seat so you're not having to sit down and go, oh, it's cold. I went to a sale once and what were they selling? A toilet seat cover to warmer. I think it was an actual warmer, not just a cover. There you go, it exists apparently. There, I'm really happy with that. I hope you like that too. And you can join in with the challenge. You've got until Monday midnight, wherever you are. So for the UK, it's obviously UK, America, so forth. Okay. So, and that was, like I said, inspired by that seahorse. So it's amazing what you could do with your scraps. The hearts turned to scallops. The glitter paper got used, even the daisies. I think the only thing I didn't use was this, which can go on another card. So take care. I don't know if I'll be on later. Ask me how I feel. And go and enjoy the challenge. Go and share it on Artful Stampin' Space. If you're not following my sister already, you want to. So follow Ruth at Ruth. What's your name again? Artful Stampin' with Ruth. And do subscribe to my channel for more videos. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this today. Take care and hopefully I'll catch you again soon. Thanks for joining everybody. Bye bye.